Hello there, I'm Tim and he's John and this is How to Murder Time, and we are laying the smackdown in a city full of criminals.
This is Crackdown, a game from quite early on in the 360's life.
Distinctive cell shading look there.
Really was it was when it released. He says driving up some stairs. It was mocked slightly for having the Halo beta on it.
Yeah, that was the big selling point. You
Yeah.
had a whole Halo multiplayer 3 beta invite attached to it.
But in fact,
It even says on the front of the box.
it's actually a really fun game.
Okay.
Hey, mainly because of those things.
Big shot at. It's all quite intense. So what's the basic plot here then?
Oh,
Hang on.
don't care about him. No,
Incoming mission data.
you are agent for the agency. And you are trying to stop gangs in a city which is all gang laden.
Yeah, it's a sort of future where the police has fallen apart. It's a bit like RoboCop, really, except without much. Quite a bit of cybernetic augmentation thingies going on there.
Yep. And it's basically an open world game which is mainly famous for its orb collecting.
Which you'll be seeing some of today. Quite a lot of, I imagine.
Orb collecting is the best feature in any game ever made, full stop.
So the basic format of the game is you're unleashed on this city with a whole bunch of weapons and equipment and cool cars and things, and you have to work your way through 3 different gangs. There's one sort of Latin American themed one Russian themed one, and a Far Eastern themed one. It's sounding quite familiar already.
There's not a lot about this game which really stands out as original.
Yeah, there's definitely a sort of Saints. So where was Saints Row at this point? Was that before or after?
I know Saints Row at this point was being all ultra serious and gangy and getting derided for that slightly.
So as you work your way through the city, you're given updates and intelligence briefings on particular key gang members who you have to go off and assassinate. There's not really a lot of due process and court appearances going on in this milieu.
It's in the Judge Dredd style of due process.
Very much so. You've got the Peacekeepers, which is a sort of, I don't know, kind of ultra-government mercenary combat law enforcement agency, and you're some kind of super soldier that's been created by them.
Yep, you're created by them,
and off you go, unleashed on the city. So there's lots of friendly police officers around the place as well. So
I love this car because
you
it flips people.
Try not to drive them off the road and such.
Right, I need to find people to kill.
So what are we doing then? What's the current mission brief? There's a little glowy skull thing on your mini-map. That's probably
current mission brief is to level up.
Okay.
It's a game about XP. Whenever I kill someone or do something interesting, these little XP thingies fall out.
So you'll notice in the top left of the screen there's 5 different categories with various numerical values and little bars underneath. And we're all about following progress bars on this show.
I may have gone.
And here's you wrong. Not doing an awful lot to advance the driving bar. There we go. I recommend you're better off on foot, to be honest. Okay, here comes the exploding grenade bar.
Unfortunately, I haven't leveled up enough to be able to do what I wanted to do there, which was pick up my car.
Yeah, you need more physical strength, which is currently set at 0-0, so you need to find the button that punches them in the head and do a lot of punching kills.
I have to do some punching.
There we go. Punch them to death. These are gang members, as you can tell by the casual sportswear and Uzis.
And there you go, that little XP comes out.
So different colours of XP come out.
It showed that I shot some of them and punched some of them.
Yeah. There's your gun XP, which is at 60, and your punching people XP, which is at 0 still. Which means you're going to have trouble picking cars up and throwing them around, I think. But it very much is an improved by doing system, very much in the line of Ultima.
Yep.
as you can see. Oh dear.
Oh, I died again.
Yeah, that's your being shot to death XP going up a bit. So there's the city, the familiar sort of multiple connected islands that don't connect to anywhere else. And the big tower in the middle is your agency HQ.
It's one of those cities which is purely designed just for the game.
It is
nothing else.
Such a playground, this game, and it's quite shallow as well. I mean, the city's interesting and intricate. I played quite a bit of this myself back in the day, and there's a lot of interesting cubby holes and different changes of building style and scenery and so on as you're going through. But you can't go in any of the buildings particularly, and there's no real interaction with the city particularly.
No,
there's no shops or casinos you can go inside. You can't go to a bar with your buddy to watch Ricky Gervais on the telly or whatever.
That's a good thing.
So there's some benefits. It is literally an outdoor playground made of buildings for running around and shooting and being shot at. Since we started this up, I don't think you've not been under gunfire, and we've
No.
been playing a little bit before we started here.
It's much like a Friday night out.
It's constantly on the go. I mean, at the
Orbs!
top right there, we're seeing a red circle with a sort of thing that's maybe ticking down, possibly. And that's your sort of wanted status with the various gangs. That sort of skull shape is the Los Muertos faction, which is this lot here. And it's just not going down at all. I mean, obviously, start of a relatively new game, the entire city is being overrun by all these criminals, so you wouldn't expect there to be too many safe places. But just the pace of the thing is absolutely unrelenting.
It's very hectic. It feels like a comic book, plays like a comic book.
Yeah. And it's something I remember from my playthrough too as well, that there's relatively little downtime at all. There's almost no times when you're not running away from someone shooting at you or running towards someone shooting at them. There's almost no sense that this is a functioning city in any shape or form. You see snipers up on the walkways there.
It's definitely not a functioning city.
It is a war zone. It looks like a city, but it's definitely a battle going on here. That did wear me a bit. It's fun, but in short bursts, I was finding. Because it just does not let up. And presumably you can pacify... I can't remember, but I think you do pacify certain districts and it gets a little less shooty. But
Oh. He's talking in my ears. It really does get easier as you go along. Especially when your powers go up and you do start to be able to just do stuff without thinking.
Yeah, that's something I definitely remember from my playthrough as well. But these various XP bars they just go up and up and up into the hundreds, and you start to become quite literally superhuman. You can jump like several floors in one go, pick up and throw cars. It sort of starts with you as a sort of Saints Row type, GTA type bloke with a gun, and before before very much longer, you end up in this sort of playing a superhero game. Really, you've not got a cape, but
yeah,
you've got all the powers, pretty much.
This definitely is a superhero game, more than anything else.
But it's quite deceptive in the way it sort of transitions into that, though, and certainly the initial gameplay is quite brutal and unforgiving. You're not really necessarily being pitted against superpowered villains in any real sense. They're just normal people with guns and so on. But the guns get more elaborate and more shooty as you go on. Rocket launchers in particular.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of once you get into the Russian-dominated quarter there, you start to see pretty much every enemy's got a rocket launcher, which will just ragdoll you something stupid.
That was really annoying.
Yeah, and I think you part of one of the possibly the explodey bomb XP bar. I think part of that gives you a certain defense against the ragdoll. But I just remember that being really over the top. You have to constantly stay on the move at all times, otherwise incoming rocket, ragdoll, loss of control of character, dead. So
right,
it does rather drop you into the deep end.
What we're doing here is we're looking for an agency supply thingy.
Okay, see the little agency symbol on the minimap there, pulsing away. It's that orange beam of light on the roof. Now, you're not very powerful at jumping yet, so you might have to use those stairs.
I can't get to the stairs.
Eventually you'd be able to jump clear onto the top of the blue building there, but at the moment you're going to have to keep mantling up. Go on, you can do it. And you're being shot at as well. Yeah.
I'm used to being shot at this point.
Well, the little aggro thing in the top right's gone green, which presumably means none of that gang can see you at the moment. So.
I can't.
And it does seem to be counting down, but... Oh, no. Oh, who knows. Just gunfire everywhere. And you've wedged yourself in a scaffold. Shoot your way out of some scaffolding. Like it.
Now I'm just going to kill these guys quickly.
Always with the gun violence.
Gun violence is the best violence. Anything else
Not
hurts.
sure I agree, but...
Actually, I'm pretty sure guns hurt too.
So, right, still got to get up there. So yeah, the little orangey thing you're trying to get to at the moment, that's your sort of resupply, change your ammo and loadout type point there.
Yeah, I don't know how to get up there.
Don't know, maybe you need better jumping superpowers.
I might need better jumping superpowers.
Oh, that could be a problem.
Oh!
That orb is a bit of everything XP, which is good to get jump started on jumping, which you're not good at.
I need to level up my jumping.
So the jumping level up happens by finding these orbs that are scattered around the tops of the buildings. It's very much a sort of proto Assassin's Creed type, find all the hidden things on the roofs type gameplay.
Yeah,
I've never seen anywhere go quite as extensive as this thing does. You can see them pretty much anywhere on the skyline that you look. See the one in the distance to the left there, yeah.
in my proper safe, which I can no longer find, I actually had them all.
There's 500 of them. It sort of combines the sort of parkour element with the collection gameplay to quite a considerable degree.
I'm not going to be able to get up there, am I?
Oh, come on, surely you can jump on there. Ah, there's a box. We can stand on the box. No, no, no. Death to boxes.
I visited a box once.
Yeah. Oh, no. Straight through that one. Jolly good.
Let's try down here.
It's just constant gang members everywhere. Okay, some of that looks like it might have stairs.
I remember this place.
Easy access.
You can swim.
Uh-huh.
It's not like the first Assassin's Creed when you would die.
Yeah. That was quite revolutionary the other day. Swimming? Surely man cannot swim. That's what fish do. Oh, is this the exploding chain of barrels on the boardwalk thing?
Oh, it is, yeah. I remember those.
I remember that bit.
We could get some explosive.
What fresh carloads of bad guys. Hooray. Okay. So we're doing a thing. Sunset souvenirs. Right, so I think you shoot one of that and they all go. Da 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 da. Ah, there we go.
Some level designer
I know.
had a lot of fun with that.
You never see that happen in real life. People just laying out barrels of exploding material and then
I
running
was
away.
sort of hoping for some magic
Chain.
XP for that.
Yeah. I think you have to actually have the explosion killer bloke to get some of the bomb XP.
Yoink!
Hey. How are you feeling now? Are you feeling quite jumpy now? Or?
I'm up to 70.
Still not jumpy enough. Use the shark. Are you jumping the shark? I think we might be jumping the shark.
I think we jumped the shark ages ago.
There's an obligatory shark you can jump over in every open world game these
That'll
days.
take me to 80.
That joke never gets old. Okay, so was it 10 per?
I reckon 100's going to do something. So I reckon if I jump off here...
Alright.
Whee!
You're not going to be powerful enough to jump onto the top of that quite small
And
porter
then
cabin.
Jump up there onto the...
Damn you!
I'm
Damn
a
you,
super
high
agent
altitude.
and there's a man up there already.
See, this, I think, for me, is the fundamental problem with this game, or one of them anyway, I could talk about some others later, but is that it starts you off with nothing, and through your own sheer gamer skills, you're rewarded with the ability for everything to become much more easier.
Yeah, it
It sort of
is...
starts hard and just gets easier and easier the more of these things you find, the more XP you rank up, and so on.
It is one of those weird progressions.
This right here, right now, is probably as difficult as the game gets. And then you start to power up in your weapon skill and you power up in all your other bits and pieces, and then everything becomes a lot more trivial, particularly once you start looting really high-powered weapons that are lying around on the ground.
I want high-powered weapons.
They tend to be... I think they tend to be scattered around in the other districts. You're on the starter enemy gang at the moment, and it sort of goes up in a sort of faint difficulty progression. I do remember there's sort of the third sector of the city, the Far Eastern chaps, being really very difficult indeed. They've all got sniper rifles, you know, you stand still anywhere, you're dead. But then by then you've got all sorts of stupidly high-powered jumping and so on, so there's no real need to stand still anyway.
Yeah, it's... Well...
It's the pacing. The pacing's odd. Very odd in this game.
The pacing really doesn't help. Although, when it comes down to it, the experience of... Is this going to upgrade me?
Oh!
Yay! So what happens when you upgrade?
There we go. You're now better at jumping.
Yeah, I should
jump
now
slightly
be...
longer.
So I should be
You
able to...
can get on there with that.
I reckon I can now jump and get onto there.
Mm-hmm.
So we run over here.
Oh, that's reset you to 0, but it's given you a little star in the jumping XP track.
And I
so
can now
presumably
get up
there
there.
are, what, 4 ranks of it in total?
I
guess,
think there
by
was
the looks of
something
it.
like that. So now I can get all these other ones.
So there are 500 of those orbs to find, and that became a huge obsession, as I recall. But you don't need nearly that many to max out the overall skill. So yeah, perhaps I'm just sort of misremembering how long it takes to get going with it.
It's a very quick game and it's a very fast-paced game, and nothing really drags in it.
I find it immensely shallow as well, though. That's the thing. It's a great big city with constant gun battles going on and a couple of XP bars, but not an awful lot beyond that. Even these sort of supposed hunt down the particular named villain bad guys stuff, you do them without thinking and you just race on straight through to the next thing. Oop. Find the barrels.
Barrels go bang.
Yeah. So the game doesn't have any instances. There's not really a lot in the way of cutscene narrative or anything like that. What you're seeing now is pretty much the whole thing. Slightly different scenery for the different districts, and your ability. I suppose it's you versus your XP bars, isn't it?
Yeah, but as you go along and you get better at everything, it does really get to be a... It's going to tell me something.
Yeah, in the middle of a gun battle, which this is something else that irritated the hell out of me.
Yeah, but if it didn't do it in the middle of a gun battle, it would never get a chance to
because
tell you.
there's never an end to the gun battle. That's right, I remember.
Go away. We don't care about intel.
Okay, there we go. So we've got a couple of... So we've been given intel, so there are a couple of little white skulls on the map, on the mini-map.
See, now I can climb. Now it's much better.
Presumably the other stars take a bit longer to unlock. It's a progressional thing. There we go.
So what next?
Yeah, random advice from the mission control. See, at this point I'd want them to be jetting forward using my double super jump or something. Saints Row 4 has a lot to answer for.
When you can basically fly, this gets a lot easier.
I can't remember, do you get that? Or is just the jumping so powerful it's effectively flying?
It's effectively flying. Yeah, if you want a game that obviously was based on a lot of this, Saints Row 4 is really... They had definitely played it.
Yeah, Saints Row 4 is effectively a superhero game because of the wackiness that goes on in the story, but then it sort of lacks the... I hate to use the phrase depth of Saints Row. This doesn't really have that either. It is literally just run around, shoot stuff, and jump lots. And I suppose that's fine as far as it goes.
Well, as long as it's fun, that's fine. And
it is fun.
fun.
I will give it that, yeah. Yeah, I did enjoy it. It's just... It's up to you to say when you've had enough, because it will just keep going forever. There we go.
Ah, the harpoon gun.
I think you have to bring... Those look like DLC bonus guns to me. I think you probably have to... You have to loot guns lying around on the floor and bring them back for them to be available, I think. Can't remember.
I can't remember.
There's no shops, no money, nothing like that, so... I think the new guns appear if you just find them on enemies, pick one up and then take it back to a control.
I can't remember if this was paid DLC or if it was just part of it. It was, of course, DLC, probably, yeah. A long time ago.
So, I don't think I've seen this harpoon gun thing. I probably didn't have a special code I should have entered or something.
The harpoon gun's interesting.
Alright, there we go. Are we talking Just Cause 2 levels of statue debasing hilarity?
Nothing's quite as good as Just Cause 2.
We'll definitely have to do a show on that at some point. Wow. So, that's not really a harpoon, it's just a high-powered sniper rifle, is it?
No, but...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Come on, stand in front of it so I can harpoon you to something.
I'm refusing to be impressed so far. He keeps hiding behind the cover. That's cheating. Okay. No. Yeah, I think it's probably meant to be a vehicular harpoon type thing.
No. It has its reason and its purpose.
You're hitting them so hard they're just dying, which is... Oh, look, so you did it again. So how are you going to be a brutal sadist and drag them behind a jeep or something?
I'm trying to line up the shot.
When you just keep blowing their heads off? No. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to achieve here, but it's not working. You're just killing the bad guys.
There you go.
Oh, it pins them to stuff, right? I'm sure I've seen that lots of other places.
Yeah, there was a Predator.
Can't say I approve, to be honest. So, good sniper rifle. Regardless of what happens to them afterwards.
Interesting thing is the targeting. You can basically...
Yeah, that sort of aftertouch location. I think to demonstrate this feature, you might need a gun that doesn't instantly obliterate them wherever you hit them. But
okay, I'll use a only slightly smaller gun.
So, now there's no gang members. We couldn't blink and move for gunfire a minute ago. Now we want to actually demonstrate some features. Right. And your jumping's still not powerful enough.
Now that building's... Oh, bad guys.
I think you're being shot at. There we go. Right.
So I can basically I can shoot the torso.
So it's the trigger to lock on, like the usual, and then
so I can shoot the guns out of their arms.
I see. So you could disable them, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Oh, force them into melee. I see. And then presumably you try for the headshot, but
well, no.
accuracy...
The thing is, you always go for the headshot. You wait till it goes in, and you go for the headshot, and it kills.
But a lot of this is tied to that gun XP bar, which you're now 1 star and 5 levels.
Yeah.
So presumably you're more guaranteed to get the location you're after.
With vehicles, it's interesting. You can shoot out the wheels easily. Or you can just go for the
shoot the fuel tank. Yeah. Way.
Because when it comes down to it, why would you do anything else?
Well, I don't know. Surgical strike. No, never mind. Oh, you're right. Your regenerative, flashy recharge armor layer's gone. It's very much the cover-based wait for your thing to recharge type mechanic in play here.
Halo style.
Yeah. And then you've got your red inner health bar bit, which is the real thing.
Head.
Oh, one of your helpful, friendly police people is... Oh, you're being shot at by the police. I think you may have gunned down too many civilians.
Oh, yes, the police.
Okay, right. The police are now... Can't see you. That one's gone... The top right there has gone green. Explodey barrels! Explodey barrels! Style bonus. No, they're throwing the explodey barrels at you.
I'm going to run away from
That's a bit aggressive.
barrels.
They are quite competent for AI opponents, especially with the sort of frequency and numbers that they come at you in as well.
They have grenades. I don't like enemies with
Yeah,
grenades.
they get rocket launchers later, and boy do they use them. I don't care. You have to keep jumping constantly, otherwise the incoming rocket trails will wipe you out.
Take a car.
Oh, I think you might be able to pick up a van now? I don't know. Well, so yes, there's a significant driving element to the game as well. We've got quite a lot of race events, and see the giant purple ring there? You may have seen it. It's just gone past. There it is.
Yes,
You're supposed to throw a vehicle through that.
No, you're meant to drive a vehicle through it.
Drive it through
But
that.
there's a slight problem, is the vehicle has to register going through it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you basically end up just throwing it, yeah.
I think it triggers if you're carrying it and you jump through it, which is possible later on with some of the bonkers power-ups.
Yeah. So what it's actually wanting me to do at the moment is to all of those skull-type things, kill people, and that will... I've broken my truck. That will... my truck likes this.
That's some sterling driving there. So it is basically an enormous bonkers playground.
Yeah. So what I'm meant to be doing at the moment is running over people to upgrade my car, because that would be awesome.
So you're trying to work on driving XP points.
Yeah.
Which you get by killing people by running them over. Or also jumping through those big giant purple rings in the sky.
Yes, which would act, when I'm using agency vehicles, they actually upgrade when you get in them.
There are special cars, they are gadgetry filled.
I've
They
got
have some awesome upgrade options.
Oh, it's telling me there's something over here.
Oh no! Chain link fence! Damn you! Oh.
Don't run me over!
Yeah, you might need to go over the other side and under, I think. So I just think that chain link fence is beyond your superhuman capabilities.
And explosions randomly, which means there's people grenades.
Yeah, somewhere in there's a bad guy that you're meant to be sorting out. It's very easy to get sidetracked trying to secure an area because they just keep coming.
I can't remember what I was trying to do now.
No, there was like a skull thing or something.
Oh, I was going to take out the yellow skull or something.
Yes, it's gone red now. Is that bad? Okay. Yeah, working through. I just find it all quite fraught. Quite sort of constant, hectic, no time to stop and think about anything.
That's one
which
of
I suppose is how it did
That's
so
one of
well.
the interesting things about it. The fact that it is just...
I'm not sure you get away with pacing like this these days, but I don't know. I don't really play a lot of first-person shooters or third-person, whatever.
Running out of armour.
Oh, good punch there. Bit of yellow XP. Yeah, you're being wasted, though.
I need to find somewhere to hide. I'm going to hide.
That's quite tricky because they are quite on the ball and throw grenades when they can't see you.
Let's try from outside, because what we're doing here is we're looking at it from a a very
there we go. That looks climbable.
old-fashioned. Do it the
yeah. There we go.
yeah.
What would Ezio do?
Stairs of
Stairs
rubbish.
for losers.
So you bounce up the building, which is rather odd.
Okay, now we're talking. No, we're not talking. Yes, there's still more of them on... Oh, God, look out. There's the distinctive wavy smoke line of some kind of railgun-type sniper rifle. So I'd watch it on your right there.
And kill him.
Ah, precision, finally. It's not really a game about precision, I found. It's very much about AoE.
Well, that's because you just don't have the...
I don't have any finesse.
No,
Finesse is not my thing.
This is a game about
Saturation.
cool,
That's my thing.
calculated decisions.
Right. So that's some sort of bodyguard type. He's got a couple of extra red pips above his bar. Basically gives him extra health bars. Ah, legs.
Yeah. The multiple health bars thing is
That makes
just
them a
annoying.
bit tougher, but often they've got better guns too, but doesn't seem to be slowing you down any. Okay. Yeah, keep at him.
And he's still alive, and now
Eventually
he's
he'll
not.
give up the fight.
Okay, right, we're
Right.
after the guy who's around this corner.
Another bodyguard. We must be getting close. I think it's above you. Yeah.
Remember, wild uncontrolled bursts.
Collateral damage. Oh, here we go. She's got a shotgun and 4 health bars. I'm not sure you got enough bullets. Ah, leg shot. Where's she going? You got nowhere to go. Come with us peacefully. You'll be treated fairly. They'll assign you a lawyer or something. No, she's not buying it.
Unfortunately, I'm using the weapon that
You're not
usually kills people and sticks them to things.
Ah,
But, obviously, because she's so
She's-
tough, it doesn't do it.
yeah. She's still coming at you. I think she's some sort of robot.
I shall punch her to death with a big gun.
Yeah, don't try this at home, folks. Video game violence. Discuss.
If
There we go.
it helps, she is actually one
a
of the
terrible-
generals of the cartel.
Terrible
so-
criminal who's not going to get a trial.
No.
Incoming update. Hey, mid-jump.
Incoming update from the big giant head.
Can't deal with angled surfaces. Yeah. You want to sort that like with the sniper gun out as well, I think.
Yeah. If I jump up here.
Stop sniping my head! I'm the protagonist. It's not going to blow up in one shot. That was quite awesome. Oh, he's stuck to the outside of the building? He's just sort of... Yeah.
Oh, yes, there he is.
Wow, that doesn't look comfortable. Right, let's clean up on orbs. We need more jumping abilities. You know, that kind of thing.
Ah,
I recognise that tunnel.
let
Oh.
us utilise that tunnel.
That secret tunnel to your big island fortress thing.
Let's go get a car.
So you left the big secret island fortress thing with a ultra top secret multi-billion-dollar transforming car, and you.
I'm coming back with this thing, which barely turns.
It clearly has very large speakers in the back, though, so that's something.
And we
The
drive.
arrows are all pointing the wrong way. Can you even go in here?
I don't know.
Is it one way?
I can't remember. I think I can. But somehow I've got to give the cars back.
Oh. Ah. Oh yeah.
I'm here.
Hello. I'm back. Here we
Okay,
go.
now we can
The
get...
special agency car. That's quite a trade-in you've done there.
Yes.
Right, here we go. So you got 0 in driving abilities yet, so it's doing
No, I've
nothing.
got 8.
No, you haven't got any of the little
Oh.
stars. I think you need the stars. Once you get the stars,
Yeah, once I get the star, the car will actually change and it will get new abilities.
it sort of transforms.
So we come out here, we'll kill some of these people.
So watch the purple ring as you come out of the thing there. At high car abilities, you'll easily fly through that on that jump.
Yeah.
You're at low car abilities. But notice when you run them down, you're getting purple bubbles instead of the blue ones now.
Hey.
Because you're now a driverist. And missing them quite a lot. They do get out of the way, which is annoying.
I would think that it's highly improbable that I missed all of...
I think the other police people shot them. That's embarrassing. You with your superpowered... No, that.
What does Big Purple mean?
Purple thing. I think that's a race, isn't it?
Let's do a race. We can do...
This game has races, remarkably. Almost as like an afterthought, I think, but...
No.
You're facing the wrong way. That's not going to go well. Go!
Ah,
Right,
right.
here we go. So 6 minutes to beat.
Vroom.
So this is a good way to build up the purple XP without having to be good enough to actually
Only
run
you
people
have to
over.
be careful here because there's a turn coming up and
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And many times I've tried that one.
Straight into the sea.
Yeah, and getting salt water out of
Oh,
cars.
some quite sloppy gate hitting there, I think. Ah!
Oh.
God. Did that just say checkpoint 9 out of 62?
It's quite a long race.
Right. Good. Okay. which is a novel way of doing it, but generally a bit slower on foot. So, he's missed one. Oh, I'll go through it backwards. Why not? Right. I think you're still on track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just over a minute to go, and you only got one more.
Yay!
There we go.
Here we go. This is going to be bazillion XP.
Ba-ding. Oh.
Yay!
A
And
trophy. Look at that. That's
Pretty.
very shiny.
That's what this car will look like after a while. It turns into the Batmobile.
It just turns gold. So that gained you 26 points on your driving ability.
Which isn't bad.
So you're still halfway to the first star, so you're going to have to do a few of those, I think. Or just running over a lot of bad people. It's probably worth some percentages.
So we have many options of cars. We have...
Yeah.
We've got the SUV.
Yeah.
We've got a truck.
Yeah.
I actually don't have the DLC downloaded.
I have no idea. There's extra special cars. Oh yeah, it got slightly bigger and fatter there.
Yeah.
Thanks to your super duper nanotech powers or something.
You know,
Magic.
no one quite knows how that car does it.
There's a high performance government secret agency thing.
And lastly, we got the...
I don't know why they'd give you a truck for law enforcement, to be honest, but there it is. Robot in disguise.
I like the way the wheels get more fancy.
Yeah. De-blinged when you get out. So, yeah.
There's another set, aren't there?
Red. Oh, up top. Oh,
The
oh
Peacekeeper
my
vehicles.
God, this looks like day one DLC. Look at all this. The Batmobile. The thing from Aliens. Blimey, it is. I don't think that one changed.
No, these don't change. Yeah, and that's basically all the game is, apart from the fact that occasionally you have to go kill specific people, and they tend to be a bit more levelly.
Yeah.
With designs where you have to go in, follow a path. Still set in the open world, of course, but...
yeah, there's a couple of set pieces here and there with particular bosses hanging off of little islands off the side of the main bit, but on the whole, just roaming around, collecting collectees, killing people with guns.
It really doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is.
I think that's the thing. It is very well executed for what it is. I think it's probably very easy temptation to start putting in all sorts of extra little bits of gameplay that you then don't really know what to do with. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed series.
I've still got no ammo.
But this does a few things very well.
Yeah, it still does stand up. It's still fun. I'm still enjoying it. And I might have to get all the orbs again.
Oh no. That's you sorted for the next 15 months.
Orb.
It's hypnotic.
There's a new one coming out soon, apparently.
Is there? Is that going to be some god-awful contemporary reboot type experiment?
Oh, they're going to ruin it again.
Totally not going to capture the spirit of the original.
Because I don't think they understand why this was successful. Because I don't think anyone understands why this was successful.
Well, yeah.
And I'm not going to get there. So, yes, this is Crackdown, which is a interesting exercise in death, destruction, and
free
kicking
roaming
trucks.
mayhem. Excellent. Well, with that, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.